What is a strong person? In my mind, a strong person is someone that is mentally and emotionally weak. And I say that because there's a lot of people that are out there that people deem strong because of what they go through or have gone through or are going through. Not to take away from people that have strength and are strong, but my experience, so many people have told me I'm strong. Most strong people aren't fighting for themselves. They're fighting for someone else, you know? Because if I left it to myself, if it was only me fighting for myself, I would have given up a long time ago. A long time ago. Like, I wouldn't have cared. But when you have someone or something to fight for, people look at it as if it's a strength, and mentally and emotionally you're struggling. You know, you're really struggling. You're weak. And sometimes as someone that's been labeled strong, you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear it. You feel like you've been working for a company and have invested in a 401k, and you've invested in a pension, and you're ready to retire. But the way life is set up is you can't, and you don't understand, and you can't wrap your brain or your mind around the fact that it's not over. It's not going to end. It's hard. It's hard. Strong people are tired of being strong, because we're not just strong for ourselves, we're strong for others. And believe it or not, when you tell someone that you think is strong, oh, you're strong, the only thing we want to do is scream to you and tell you we're not. We're not. We want to tell you, I can't do this. We want to tell you, I don't want to do this anymore. We want to tell you that we're tired of fighting. It's a lonely world, because every time someone tells us that we're strong, we have to keep that image. Because now we're fighting two battles, right? So we're fighting the battle of being strong for whoever or whatever we're fighting for. And now, because someone else is looking at us as if we're strong, it's a whole nother battle. Because now someone is looking at me as if I'm strong, and I don't, I want to be a good image to someone else. I want them to fight the good fight. I don't want them to give up. I want to let someone know that you can get through any battle, but the battle is hard. the battle is hard, and it's a battle that unless you've gone through it or are going through it, you won't understand. It's a lonely, lonely, lonely walk. And I don't want to say because there's a facade that you have to keep up, because when you're in your battle, you don't care about the facade, but at the same time you do care about other people. And if you can be an inspiration to someone else with your story and your battle, then absolutely, like, I want to encourage you to keep going, to keep fighting. I would never want anyone to give up in the midst of their battle, but at the same time, I want to give up every day. Every day. But I don't want you to give up. You know, sometimes it's like the color purple, which, you know, I'm guilty of it. You know, we laugh at Sophia's part where she's like, all my life I've had to fight. Some of us have that story. We've had to fight our entire lives, and I am so tired of fighting. And I'm like, God, when will it happen? There comes a point in time where you even question God. You question him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you spent a lifetime in hell as a kid, and you made sure that you made choices that would not end you in certain circumstances. But for some reason, it happens. It happens, and you can't quite figure it out. And then you look at yourself and you look at God, and it's like, God, do you hate me? What did I do that was so wrong that not just me, but my kids deserve this? And honestly, I can't to this day. I wish this was one of those videos where I could give an answer and I could be motivational and I could tell you what to do, but right now, this is not it. It's not one of them, because I have questions. I have questions, and I question God every day. I trust him. But there comes a point to where it's like, okay, let me be positive. Positivity will get you nowhere. And I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. For anybody that comes to me talking about, oh, just be positive, yeah, kick rocks. Positivity isn't going to fix it. I have been in a place where I have remained positive and positive and positive and seen everything around me being taken from me. I've been in a place now where I can't do anything, and I want to be positive, and I'm trying to be, and I know that there's a process, and I know that there's a reason for everything, but God, when does it stop? I don't want to be strong anymore. I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want my kids to fight anymore. I just want it to stop. I just want it to stop. And for strong people, the things we go through, we wouldn't wish on our worst enemies. Because in all honesty, they wouldn't be able to take it. Sometimes, most of the time, the whole I'm praying for you. The whole, oh, you're the strongest person I know. The whole, we've heard it a million freaking times before. We've heard it and heard it and heard it and heard it and heard it. And the only thing that we want to do is go into the middle of a freaking open field in Kansas and scream because no one understands. If you haven't been through it, you won't understand the loneliness. You won't understand the pain. You won't understand the hurt. You won't understand the feelings of I can't do shit to change it. I wish I could. The feeling of hopelessness, the feeling of helplessness, and just sitting there watching something that you can't control. You can't. And I know that people idolize strong people, but we look at it as words. Most strong people go through their struggle by themselves. Why? Because of the idolization. Like, no, I'm not strong. I am not strong. I am mentally and emotionally weak. And I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't. And you don't understand. You don't get it. The pep talks, they don't work. They don't work. The I got your backs, they don't work. The if you need me, just call me, they don't work. Because 9 times out of 10, everyone is so busy in their own life. And for strong people, we get that. So we internalize. We internalize and we keep it to ourselves until we meet someone going through the same thing, which is rare. Not to say that we're not appreciative, because we are, but you don't get it. You won't understand unless you've been there. And I agree, most people probably couldn't. However, 9 times out of 10, you could and you would. So to say, oh, I wouldn't be able to do that if I were you. Yeah, you would. Put yourself in my position or other people's positions, and you would do it if it were your kid. You would do it. You would do it. You would be in that moment feeling helpless and hopeless. But yet you're standing there and you're showing strength for your kid, and you don't know what strength you're showing. But just being there is enough. Just being there is enough. But not having the emotional and mental support is hard. It's hard, and you can't expect that from everyone. You cannot expect it from everyone, and that's something that us strong people know and we understand. You're not going to understand unless you've been there. No one is going to understand unless they've been there. They may hear your story and they may empathize, they may sympathize. But if you haven't been there, you'll never know. And it's not to take away from anyone that has empathized. It's just hard. There's a deeper level that people just, they don't understand and they don't know. So to my strong people, to my strong moms, to my strong dads, to anyone that is out there in the struggle, keep being strong and know that others are in this battle with you. You're not alone. And I have to tell myself that every day, and I have to keep pushing, because our reason for pushing is our reason for being strong. Let's just keep being strong.